Vita. PS4 Golden is Vita. And never underestimate a game's graphical capability. Have you tried? Actually, have you tried? Complete the challenge.
Let's light it up.
Burn.
Oops, not the wrong red move.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Verdict is
that was satisfying. That was okay, quests. I want quests. Give me my quests. I'm not. If you want my honest answer, I'm not too worried about the event right now. I don't know if right now, like, okay, so aside from Ayaka, there's not really any character I'm really invested in getting. And the camera event is not necessarily something I'm super like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. So if I miss it, I miss it. If I don't, I don't. Because I'm not excited for Hu Tao. Ketsing, I'm not excited for either. I don't want Shinsu. I am pretty much
stabilize. Order guide
for a very long time.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cut.
Like, and then right now I'm also like so invested in
Off we go.
Solidify. I will have order.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's my main priority and my main focus, and a lot of my time is going to go to that. And I just have other things I need to take care of as well. So if I get to the camera event, I get to it. If not, I don't. That's basically my philosophy on it right now. Like, this is my first time logging into Genshin since before the update came in. Oh. We'll see.
Stabilize.
Teamwork is dreamwork. No, my sword. Witness the power of Guhua. I'm going in.
This is order.
Oh, Zhongli.
Stabilize. Order guide you. Time for retribution.
I'm going in.
We'll see. Again, we will see. am not going to really be pressured to do this event. I'm not really going to. It's not one of the events I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. P.S. Zhongli has become nutters. That was convenient.
Gather!
Let me weave you a verse.
Zhongli has become bonkers.
Time for retribution!
Feck. What's up? What is up?
Let's light it up!
Gather!
I'm going in!
This is order.
No fall damage? Not when you're doing that. Yeah, that because I have Zhongli. So Drippo, correction. As long as you're doing a plunge attack, you don't take fall damage at all.
Add a...
Where am I going?
Ha, adventurer, think you can last a round against me?
Nope. Paimon's the emergency food. Paimon is emergency food. Can't tell me otherwise. And most of my chat agrees with me, right, chat?
Gather! I will have order.
Goodbye. It's over in these ruins? Okay. That is incorrect, Dreppo. No fall damage. No fall damage. Nope, because hold on a second. I will even show you. I will use Zhongli here. We will go over here because this is a really high up location. Okay, that doesn't count. Give me a second. No fall damage. It might be at certain heights. But I don't remember ever taking...
Gather!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is strict! Rain outlines your fate. Rain cut.
Burn! I will have order!
Goodbye.
Osmanthus.
No. Where is it? Treasure. Treasure? It might be, but from what I gathered, the fall damage is greatly reduced if you're plunging. Where is it? Where is it? You guys know where this treasure is? Well, you also said that you also stated an incorrect fact too, Drepo, so I don't want to hear that. Where is it? Where is it? Hello? You said that if you hit enemy... Uh-huh. You said if you hit enemies, you take reduced fall damage, which is incorrect. That is not correct. But we're changing subjects. Because it's going to result in argument, and I'm not going to deal with that in chat currently. I have two. It doesn't always negate fall damage. It's all based on height, if anything. Anyways, does anyone know where this... Carefully investigate the surroundings. Hello? Sorry. Within the rocks beneath the waters. Does anyone know where this is? Because I can't seem to find it. I can grab the fog. Where's the... Oh. There we go. Ah. Ah. Ah.
No, my sword! Time to act.
Gather!
Everybody stand back!
This is order.
Huh? Hello? Hello? That's two. Wait, there's still one left?
Rain outlines your fate.
Okay. Yeah, Zhongli's ult is pretty nice. Especially now. Did you see how much damage I'm scoring with his ult, Caesarius?
Rain outlines your fate.
Stabilize. Ha! Ha!
Where is this last one? Ah, hello. Yeah, 44,000. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh yeah.
Not yet.
I thought I could do Zhao's story. I thought I could do Xiao's story. Huh. Okay. So, if that's the case...
Hey there.
What should I try?
When's the lantern stuff start? I wonder if parkour is going to be a staple in games to go forward. Right? Like, cause the Assassin's Creed franchise.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
You're just...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing. We've only taken over her responsibilities until she gets back.
Why did she go to Juyun Karst?
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated Ones. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Juyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the crisis. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most conscientious person in all of Liyue. Even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing.
The Adeptus lineage is truly remarkable.
Speaking of Juyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
Of course! We've been there lots of times!
That's good news. Could you go to Juyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload.
I'll do it. Lizard, stay here.
We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode. You might as well start looking for her there.
It's about time she came back to work. Otherwise...
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
Okay.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozong? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there.
Ganyu questline! So, Ningguang, why are you allowing this? This is fair. Can we say that Ningguang's a slave driver? But anyways, like, I am... Ganyu as a character, I wasn't excited for in the slightest. Even after she was announced to be like, oh my gosh, she's so good, according to everybody else, I was just like, I can skip her. Mainly because I didn't like her character all that much. I don't like her design all that much. She was, and then even her quest line, I'm just now getting to it.
Huh? The person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her. Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or private affairs that bring you here? I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yua High Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial port.
Left the human world?
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you to come back.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in vain.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by Baiwen, Baishao, and Baishe. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me.
I believe...
Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well.
I believe there's a huge misunderstanding.
I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Juyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
I gotta go, Tsunar. I am playing the villain in a D&D campaign for Friends B-Day. Much love. It's always been fun. Oh, okay, Hextral, you have fun with your D&D campaign. I hope to see you later, and I want to hear all about it.
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Uh-oh.
Cloud Retainer, we're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you set foot upon this land.
One needs to stop talking about it in first person!
Adepti really are impressive.
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well.
One does think... Oh, no! Chat about the old times?
Ah, a matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk for many a year. Ah, yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of, perhaps?
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
I'm a bit curious indeed.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it.
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball.
Oh god.
The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
Love Ganyu. Low. I think you upset Ganyu.
Ah, one's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so? Huh. But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany her.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on her. She's got it all wrong. Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her to achieve that end. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now, preparing for the trial.
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Yeah. It's probably the most relatable human emotion. Okay, there was damage.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
We want to keep you company.
Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
We are being followed. Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
Mama! Welcome to the game. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, hi. What am I doing? Oh. How might you be? Okay, so hold on. And then the last one.
Wow! Ganya's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Ah!
Must press.
Let's try that again. I didn't know.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here?
Let's try that again.
This trial was prepared. The training is much to her No, I'm aware of your strict. If you're
Now we know, and now I know to do the charge shots. Okay, going up. I fell for that reason the first time. What reason? The AoEs really are making this a lot easier.
Wow! Ganya's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Grab that. Okay, now we're gonna reach this. Hey, we got it.
We've completed the task. What do you think?
Perhaps I'd make a good Adeptus.
I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Is the Mound Sharper next?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Ooh.
So it's Shell! That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
What a surprise.
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are! Let's go!
Oh, it's all the way down there. Going down. Zhao, where are you? Xiao, hello.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
Xiao might be a good teacher after all.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Let's go. Ooh.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Ha! Ha! Solidify!
Off we go!
Your verdict is? Quake! This is order.
I'm going in! Know my sword! Witness the power of Gu!
Hello?
We're way behind schedule.
Time for retribution!
Hey! 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 You! Over here! Come! Come on!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Access denied. This is long overdue.
Ah, the damage.
Order guide you.
Wait. 0 out of how many? Zero out of how many?
Get out of here! Teamwork is dreamwork! Rain outlines your fate.
Verdict is? Yeah.
Out of how many?
Stabilize. This is order.
Let's light it up! Adventure time! Everybody stand back!
We're way behind.
Ha!
This is long overdue.
Oops, that's not the right skill.
Rain outlines your fate.
Vaporize.
Burn!
No touching! Next on the...
Rain outlines your fate.
Hey, Jamie!
Let's
Hey,
light it
whoa,
up!
Hold on a second. Jamie voiceover here in my stream?
Everybody
How you
stand
doing,
back!
Jamie? How you doing?
I will have
Can we
order.
get a shout out for Jamie voiceover, please. Please and thank you.
Let me weave you a verse.
Ha! Ha!
How are you doing today? Hello?
Burn!
Uh-huh, of course.
All hail! Born of ice and frost.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm going in!
Of course, there's more.
Burn!
Rain cutter. Huh?
Next on the agenda...
Wait, how many? How you doing, Jamie?
Huh?
No.
I'm going
Trent,
in!
yes.
Order guide you. Solidified.
Trent, yes. Jamie, how you doing? How might you be? How are you doing today?
Ha! Ha!
Drep, yes. How are you doing today, Jamie? I'm having a hard time hearing me. Okay, sorry. Let's turn the volume down. Jamie, how are you doing today? How might you be this fine evening? I can also turn me up.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I'm okay. Are you sure? Are you positive? There's a question mark under there. How are you doing? Are you sure? Are you positive?
I've completed your trial.
Oh!
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial.
Jal's an ass.
You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
He could be nicer while sharing them.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
I would disagree, Cesarius, but that's how I learn.
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim.
Such a materialist.
I
used
also
to.
one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
I used to do physical training. My dad's ex-Marine as well. And it's just how I learn. I guess it also depends on the person. Some people learn better with more stern motivation. Some people like positive reinforcements. If I'm only getting like negative over and over and over and over again, eventually I just go, well, I guess I'm just not going to do it anymore. I guess I'll never reach there anyways. So if all I do is bad, then why even bother? That's just how I operate and how my mental it'll completely depend from person to person and how they are motivated and how they learn. Because with me, if the person's negative all the time, I'm just not going to bother. But I also have to know why I'm doing things. I have there's a whole thing on me personally.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, Straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living.
And it's hard line to tread if you get discouraged. On the other hand, like, you can encourage laziness also if the person doesn't feel like motivated. And it also, again, it depends on the person. If you say, okay, you're doing great, next we need to work on this and this and this, that can actually motivate someone much more than saying, oh, that was so bad. But also, it also depends on the person. I know some people who are, if they say you're doing bad, you'll never meet this objective, they want to prove the person wrong. But I also know people that said if you're doing bad, they just give up. So it'll be entirely dependent on the person, and a good teacher can adapt from person to person.
It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
I think if you want positive reinforcement, you would benefit from self-motivation. Yes and no, because just because you motivate yourself does not, sometimes it means more to hear it from someone else than it is yourself. Like, yes, self-motivation is important, but also hearing encouraging words from other people can be just as motivating as well, especially if you're lacking what was it, if you're lacking what's the term, I'm blanking here, I'm so sorry. If you're lacking it's on the tip of my tongue. If you are lacking if you don't think highly of yourself, it's going to be very hard to motivate yourself or self-motivate yourself. And that's a technique you need to learn from others motivating you. Yeah, and usually it's like, but at the same time, if all they say is, oh, that was so terrible today, you need to work harder, you need to do this, you need to do that, rather than you're doing so much better than you did yesterday, keep at it, that goes, at least for me, that goes a lot farther than, like, there's a balance between negative and like, if I had a teacher like Zhao, I would just up and quit. I'm gonna be honest, I would get mad, I would hate every moment. In fact, I've had teachers with like Zhao, which are very stern, very strict, and I've left their class because I wasn't learning anything and I was dreading going there because I felt so negatively about myself. But again, it's dependent on the person.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money?
Show some respect!
Ugh. How dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the Adepti yourself.
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said, he was right.
No, he wasn't.
I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that I...
Go back to Liyue Harbor with us.
But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
We told you it was a misunderstanding.
It's true. Just believe us.
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction. Let's go.
Am I about to get AR? Am I about to level up again? Am I about to level up again? But I'm also of the opinion that a teacher and a mentor should also be your friend and a motivator as well. But again, that's just how I learn. It's if you learn differently, that's on you. That's entirely okay. People learn differently from person to person, and that's awesome. Yeah, like it can be demotivating. And certain people handle stress better than others, and some people find the stress motivating. It's a person-to-person basis, and it entirely depends. It like 100% depends on how you learn as a person and how you handle stress as a person. And to quote My Hero Academia, all men are not created equal.
We're finally back!
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now, do you?
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to leave the two of you now.
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with.
No dungeons? Really? I wanted a dungeon. Actually, how many primos have I gathered? 1,000? Ironically, the next thing I'm probably going to be pulling on is going to be the next weapon banner. Dear Lord, I want that wolf's gravestone. Give me. Wait, hold on a second. Did I claim the... Okay. I don't have... I don't have any 5-star bows.
The sound of the waves in this familiar port. The smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic.
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a stroll around here in a long time.
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working all the time.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood. Similar to the one I felt during my training in Jueyun Karst, in fact.
Why, isn't it little
Same.
Miss Ganyu? I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here. You were always so terribly busy.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Little Miss Ganyu?